Hello, hi students. Good evening to all of you. Welcome back to the new session. Today I am going to teach you a new topic, that is coal and petroleum. So in this chapter we have to discuss about, first of all, classification of fuels. Generally these fuels can be classified on the basis of their occurrence on the basis of their occurrence and physical state. Basis of occurrence, these fuels can be classified into two types. What is primary fuels and secondary fuels. Here we have to understand what is primary fuel. The fuels which occurs in nature, that is called primary fuels. The fuels which can occur naturally, the type of fuels are called primary fuels. You know very well which are the examples of primary fuels: wood, peat, coal, petroleum. Of course petroleum is also called as crude oil, and natural gas. These are naturally occurs. That's why these fuels are examples of primary fuels. What about secondary fuels? The fuels which are derived from the primary fuels. The fuels which are derived from the primary fuels, we add some chemicals, then only obtained what is secondary fuels. That means, of course, these fuels also occurs from naturally, but here we are adding some chemicals, then we will get what is secondary fuels. What are the best examples of secondary fuels here, students? Coke, charcoal, kerosene, coal gas, producer gas, all these are examples of secondary fuels. This is fuel can be classified based on their occurrence, but another one will be there. Fuels again classified by basing on which one? Physical state. By basing on physical state, fuels can be classified into three types. What is solid fuels, liquid fuels, and gaseous fuels. Which are the examples of, what are the examples of solid fuels? Wood, peat, lignite. These materials are the examples of solid fuels. As well as the examples of liquid fuels, what it is? Crude oil. Of course crude oil is also called as petroleum, and you know that one: coal tar, diesel, petrol. Petrol is also called as gasoline. Petrol is also called as gasoline. Petrol is different, petroleum is different. And kerosene. These are examples of which one, students? Liquid fuels. After that, gaseous fuels. What are the examples of gaseous fuels? Natural gas as well as coal gas. These are examples of which one? Gaseous fuels. Here, for your sake, again I will take here classification of fuels. First of all, you should take that one: solid fuels. What is examples? Coal, lignite, peat, bagasse, gas, husk. Liquid fuels examples: kerosene, petrol. And gaseous fuels examples: natural gas, methane, liquid petroleum gas. LPG stands for what is? Liquid petroleum gas. This is the cooking gas. Liquid petroleum gas. Liquid petroleum gas, as well as producer gas. What is producer gas? After that I will explain that one. These are the examples of gaseous fuels. Fossil fuels. Generally fossil fuels are found inside the earth crust. So these are abundance. Take that one, where it is will be there. Fossil fuels are present inside the earth crust, where they have formed through heat. They have formed through heat and compression of forest waste and other organic matters like vegetables or plants, which got buried due to earthquake and landslides. So due to earthquake and landslides, what will happen means, here they have formed through heat and compression of forest waste, then we will obtain in our earth crust fossil fuels. Here given that examples: solid fossil fuel is coal, liquid fossil fuel is petroleum, gaseous fossil fuel is what is? Natural gas. So this is the fossil fuels. Okay, student. A combustible, what is fuel? Here one doubt is arises. What is fuel? Fuel means a combustible substance which are burning, a combustible substance which are burning produces a large amount of heat and light, that is called fuel. A combustible substance which on burning produces a large amount of heat and light is called fuels. What are the examples of fuels? I had already told you: coal, liquid petroleum gas, petrol, kerosene, wood, and etc. Classification of fuels. You know that one. Fuels mainly classified into three types. What is according to physical state? Solid fuels, liquid fuels, and gaseous fuels. Solid fuels means combustible substances, that means which materials burns and easily catches fire. You know very well, those are combustible substance which are solids at room temperature. Room temperature means how much? Approximately we have taken that 25 degrees Celsius. So at 25 degrees Celsius, the combustible substances which are present in solid state, those are called solid fuels. So solid fuels contains mainly carbon. Here carbon may be present in free state, or this carbon may be present in combined state. That means combined state means that carbon is combined with other elements like oxygen, sulfur, like that. So whether the carbon is present in free state or combined state, especially in rural areas, firewood, agriculture waste, animal dung cakes are the major sources of energy. You know very well. Examples of some solid fuels: what is coal, wood, animal dung cakes, coke, charcoal, agriculture waste. All these are examples of some solid fuels, because all these substances are combustible substances which are present in solid state at room temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Liquid volatiles. Liquid fuels means what is volatile liquids. Volatile liquids means, how can you understand that one? The liquid which can be easily evaporated at room temperature. That type of liquids are called volatile liquids. The liquid which can easily evaporated at room temperature, that is called volatile liquids. Generally the volatile liquids which produce combustible vapors. The volatile liquids which produce combustible vapors like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, that type of vapors are produced, are called liquid fuels. What are the examples of liquid fuels, students? Kerosene is the most commonly used liquid fuel. Kerosene is the most commonly used liquid fuel in our regular life. So liquid fuel means, how can you understand here? Volatile liquids which produce combustible vapors are called liquid fuels. Some examples of liquid fuels. For your sake, here I take that one. What is examples? Petrol, diesel, kerosene, alcohol. Petrol, kerosene, diesel, alcohol are all are the best examples of liquid fuels. And last but not least, what it is? Gaseous fuels. That means combustible gases or combustible mixers. What will happen? Those are called gaseous fuels. That means combustible gases or mixture of combustible gases. Whether it is combination of combustible gases or mixture of combustible gases, those are called gaseous fuels. What are the examples of gaseous fuels? What is natural gas, biogas? Of course, biogas is also called as gobar gas and water gas and hydrogen gas, as well as liquid petroleum gas. LPG stands for what is? Liquid petroleum gas. It is a cooking gas. After that, coal gas, produced gas, and CNG. CNG stands for compressed natural gas. So all these are examples of gaseous fuels. Here which are important means LPG stands for what is, CNG stands for what it is. LPG stands for liquid petroleum gas and CNG stands for compressed natural gas. Those are examples of which type of fuels? Gaseous fuels. Next one, we should learn about characteristics of an ideal fuel. So one fuel, when it is said to be ideal, how can we know that? Means it must be satisfies following conditions. It must have some characteristics. Which type of characteristics? If they contains, they will consider as a ideal fuel. Take a look here. First one, what is? It should be fairly cheap. First of all, it is cheap and it can be easily available. First of all, it is fairly cheap and it can be easily available, and it should be burn at moderate rate. Neither too fast nor slow. It will be burned moderately. Then we can say this one, that is considered as ideal fuel. Not only that points, and another important points will be there which is involved in whether the fuel is ideal or non-ideal. Means It should not produce any poisonous gas. It should not produce any poisonous and irritating fumes during the burning. So whenever burning takes place, it does not produce poisonous fumes or irritating fumes, then we should consider that is ideal fuel. And another one, it should leave no ash after burning. Generally, most of the materials, when you are burnt it, it produce ash. But if it does not produce ash, then then we have to take in that fuel is which type of fuel? Ideal fuel. And it should produce large amount of heat per unit mass. That means it must be contain high calorific value. Calorific value must be high. Then we are called fuel is ideal fuel. And the fuel should be safe and convenient from the storage and transportation point of viewer. So what is it? Must be safe and convenient from the storage and transportation point of use. And ignition temperature, that means what is the temperature which is below it catches fire, that is called what is ignition temperature. This ignition temperature should be above room temperature so that it is safe. If it is below the room temperature, it gives fire. That's why the ignition temperature should be above the ignition temperature should be above the room temperature so that it is safe to use such a fuel. Next one, uses of fuel. Which type of uses are there? What are the uses of fuels? Take a look here. Cooking and heating, and for transportation, and it is useful for generating electricity and industrial purpose. These purpose and as well as for launching space vehicles. According to these purposes, we are very utilizeful which one? Fuels. What is cooking and heating, and for transportation purpose and generating the electricity and in industries and for launching space vehicles. First of all, we have to discuss about which one, students? Cooking and heating. The most common use of fuel is for cooking and heating. The commonly used domestic fuels are which one? Household fuels are what it is? Wood, dry cattle dung, coal, charcoal, kerosene. In rural areas, we should use coal and kerosene and liquid petroleum gas. These are we are using domestic purpose, homemade purpose. Which one? Fuel. This type of fuels. Which type of fuels? Liquid petroleum gas, kerosene, charcoal, coal, kerosene. For transportation, another one use. Fuels such as petrol, diesel, compressed natural gas are used for which purpose they are used? Running cars, scooters, buses, trucks and trains. This purpose, transportation purpose, we are used which type of fuels? Liquid fuels, especially petrol and diesel, and sometimes we are using compressed natural gas for running cars. These automobiles are used for the transportation from one place to another place. So we have to move from one place to another place by automobiles. We must be need a liquid fuel like petrol and diesel. The fuel which is used in the aeroplanes, you must be remember that is aviation fuel. The fuel which is used in aeroplanes, students, it is called aviation fuel. For generating electricity, yes, fuels such as coal and natural gas are used for generating electricity. Which one? The fuel such as coal and natural gas which is used for generating electricity on a commercial scale in thermal power stations. In thermal power stations we are generating the electricity. That purpose we need what is? Coal. And as well as petrol, diesel and kerosene are also used for generating electricity in smaller generators. Smaller generator means homes and shops. In homes and shops, how can we build up the electricity? How can we generate the electricity? Means we are using what is kerosene, diesel, petrol, like that. Next one, in industries, fuels such as which one? Coal, natural gas, diesel, furnace oil, which are used in the industry for generating steam in the boilers. So fuels, which type of fuels? Coal, natural gas, diesel, furnace oil, and these are used in the industry for generating steam in boilers. And steam is required in industry. For which purpose steam is required in industry? for heating purpose. For which purpose? Heating purpose. And are also used for generating electricity for their own uses in factory. Industries in the rural areas also uses which one? Biomass, such as cellulose material left after extracting juice from the sugarcane for running boilers. Okay students, for launching space vehicle, last one, uses of fuels, last one, what is launching space vehicles? Generally space vehicles are launched with the help of rockets. Which one? Space vehicles are launched with the help of rockets. Rockets use special fuel called propellants. In the rockets we are using a special fuel. That fuel name, what it is? Propellant. A propellant is a combination of fuel and oxidizer. This is the inside the propellant, what will be there? Fuel is present in it, and as well as an oxidizer is present in it. This mixture we are called as propellant. This propellant is used as a fuel in the rockets. And next one is coal. Generally coal is a mineral of dark brown or black color formed from the remains of plants buried in the earth crust millions of years ago. Just this is like a dark brown color solid material. Take a look here. This is coal, dark brown color solid material. Coal is one of the fuel used for cook food. Coal is one of the fuel which is used for cook food. Earlier it was used in railway engines. Where it is used, that one? This coal is used in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine. How to run the engine? By steam. This steam is produced by where it is? Coal. Have you understood or not? It is also used in thermal power plants. In thermal power plants, what we have to produce here, students? We are producing current, electricity. Have you understood or not? So coal is one of the fuel which is used for especially food, and earlier it was used in railway engines. For which purpose? Means to produce steam. By using this steam to run the railway engines, and it is also used in thermal power plants to produce which one? Current. And if you take mining, coal is mined using two methods. Open cast mining will be there, underground mining will be there. In open cast mining, what will happen? When the deposits of coal are near the surface of the earth, which is present near the surface of the earth. Underground mining is used when the coal deposits lie deep inside the earth crust. One is present inside the earth crust, one is present above the surface. That is mining. And next one is types of coal. Generally coals mainly classified into how many types? 4 types. What is? Peat, lignite, bituminous and anthracites. So these are the types of coals: peat, lignite, bituminous as well as anthracite. First of all, take a look here. Peat. Generally this is a material in the first stage of coal formation. So coal formation first stage, what it will be formed? Peat will be formed. Peat contains only 27% carbon, and it is considered to be the lowest grade of coal. It is considered to be lowest grade of coal. It is considered to be lowest grade of coal. And lignite. This variety of coal contains how much carbon? Carbon percentage important here. Lignite here contains 28 to 30% carbon. It has poor heating power. It has poor heating power. It is, which color is present in it, students? It is also present in brown color, but lustrous when they dry. When you are dry this one, it is having lustrous nature. Lustrous nature means when the light is fall down on the surface, it is shining surface is present in it. And third one, what is? Bituminous. We had already completed what is peat and lignite. And third one, what is type of coal? Bituminous. Actually bituminous is a soft coal. This containing 78 to 86% carbon, and it gives a large proportion of gas when they heated, and burns with which flame? Yellow luminous flame. So whenever you burn the bituminous coal, it will appear like yellow bituminous flame. And anthracite, if you take that one, it is a hard coal. Which is hardest coal? Anthracite is hardest coal. In this coal, anthracite contains 94 to 98% carbon. That means this is carbon rich compound, carbon rich material. Of course it is also having lustrous nature. It burns without smoke and gives more amount of heat and little bit of ash. What it is? It burns without smoke. Without smoke means it is a good fuel and give much heat and little amount of ash will be produced. Generally bituminous coal is by far the most useful fuel. Which one? Bituminous. But anthracite is considered to be the most superior in quality. According to quality purpose, which is best means we have to give the priority to anthracite. Next one, uses. What it is? Coal uses means coal is used as fuel to convert water into steam. To convert water into steam to run thermal power plants for the generation of electricity. In thermal power plants, we have to generate what is current. How can we, how the current will be produced here? By steam. This steam is how it will be produced? From water. This water is able to convert into steam by using which type of fuel? Coal. So that's why ultimately what I am saying here, coal is used as a fuel to convert water into steam, that steam to run thermal power plants for the generation of current. It is used also, this coal is used also, is also used as a fuel in homes and factories and run into the steam engines. And coal is used in the preparation of fuel gases and such as example coal gas. Coal gas is the example of fuel gas. Coal is used in the preparation of fuel gases. And coal is used in the preparation of synthetic oils and synthetic natural gas. What is, students? Coal is also used in the preparation of synthetic oils preparations and synthetic natural gas preparation. We have to give the priority coal. Coal is also used to obtain natural gas. Of course natural gas is also called biogas. For this finely grounded coal is heated with hydrogen under pressure in the presence of suitable catalyst. Then here what will happen? Under the presence of, in the presence of suitable catalyst and we are under the pressure, the complex molecules present in the coal combines with the destructive distillation of coal gives. When the destructive distillation takes place, which type of products are produced? Coke, coal tar, coal gas. These type of products will be produced by the destructive distillation. So coal is the source from which a number of organic compounds, and it is also produced. What is? Whenever undergo destructive distillation, it produces benzene, toluene. All these are organic solvents. Benzene, toluene, phenol, aniline, naphthalene and anthracenes are obtained. Students, have you understood or not? So coal is the source from which a number of organic compounds such as benzene, toluene, phenol, aniline, all these are liquids. And after that one, naphthalene, which is a solid material, and anthracene are the solid materials which are obtained. And destructive distillation of coal. Generally the process of destructive distillation, what will happen here is carried out by heating coal. We are heating coal at high temperature. This temperature is how much? Temperature how much, students? 12,070 kelvins. Generally temperature units are kelvins. In the absence of air, this process is called pyrolysis. In the pyrolysis means we have to supply more amount of heat. In the absence of air, destructive distillation takes place and more amount of yield is produced. More amount of products are formed. And products of destructive distillation of coal. Which products are formed in the destructive distillation process? Coke, ammonical liquor, coal gas and coal tar. Which one, students? Which products are obtained in the destructive distillation of coal? Especially which products? Coke, coal tar, ammonical liquor and coal gas. Destructive distillation means what is? Destructive distillation of a coal. Generally it is the process of heating a complex substance. First of all, what we are doing, that we have to take complex material or complex molecules, we are burned that one, heating that one. Such as, which type of material you should take? That one, coal. In a limited supply of air or in the absence of air, then what will happen here? It breaks down. It will be split up into form simple substances. That means the complex material in the presence of heat and absence of air, it will be broken down and it will be converted into simpler substances. In this process, what will happen? Coal is heated to approximately 1000 degrees Celsius in the absence of air to obtain different useful components. Which type of components we are getting, students? Coke, coal, coal tar, coal gas. These type of products we are obtained regarding to which one? Whenever you have done the destructive distillation of coal. In the distillation process, what will happen? First of all, you should take complex material. We are given more amount of heat in the absence of air. Then that complex material broken down into simpler substances. When it will be converted into simpler substances, in this process, the coal is heated to 1000 degrees Celsius in the absence of air to obtain different useful components. We will get a byproducts. Which type of products those are? Coke, coal tar and coal gas. These are the examples. For your sake, I have taken here. This is ignite coal. Types of coal I had already told you. This is ignite coal, lignite coal. This is anthracite coal. This is bituminous coal, subbituminous coal. Okay, students, what is lignite coal, anthracite coal, bituminous coal, subbituminous coal? These are the types of coals. Okay, students. Okay, what is coal tar? Coal tar is nothing but, you know very well, it is a black thick liquid. Am I correct or not? Have you looked at that tar in your real life? That is nothing but coal tar. It is a black thick liquid with an unpleasant smell. With an unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of about 200 substances are there. It is a mixture of how many substances? It is a mixture of about 200 substances. These products obtained from coal tar. So all these substances which are derived from where it is? Coal tar, and these are used as starting materials for manufacturing various substances. It is used as a starting material for manufacturing of various substances which is used in our daily life, and it is also used in industrial purpose. Like in industrial purpose, how it will be used? Which one? Coal tar. How it will be utilized in the industrial? Synthetic dyes. It is used as a drugs and explosive materials, and it is also used in perfumes and plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials. All these are containing what is? Coal tar containing substances. For your sake, once again I will explain this one, students. It is a black thick liquid with an unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of about 200 substances. The products obtained from coal tar are used as starting materials for manufacturing various substances. It is used in our daily life, and of course it is also used in especially industries. How it is used in industries means, like it is used as a synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials and roofing materials. Okay. In the next session, we will have to discuss about these byproducts. What is coal tar, ammonical liquor, coal gas. Okay, students, we have to discuss about petroleum. Okay, today's session is over. Thank you for bearing me. Good day. See you. Bye.